So just before I forget, I need to record. No, last class we were checking this, this unit 2, which were about present perfect continuous. And yes, the simple and continuous form of present tenses. No, as well, we didn't do this because I'd like you to read on your own about poison by plastic. Yeah, and today we're gonna be finishing this part. No, this part is about vocabulary make and do. Yes, vocabulary. We remember the vocabulary here about make and do. Yeah, it's let me turn off a bit my camera so you can see. Make arrangements, make a profit, make a loss, make a start, make a move, make an effort, make a difference, make a decision, make a suggestion, make something clear. On the other side, we have do research, do your best, your favorite business, do a good job, and a degree, right? So that's where these expressions, remember, they have to be in different tenses, not always in infinitive form because of the content. Not you're making a good progress. Have you done your research, or has your research been done? You can change that into passive voice depending. You can use in different ways, guys. Yeah, just to be clear, it's not the same, no? It's not going to be only infinitive, but other. Okay. We continue. So complete the sentence with expressions. We already done that. Make a good impression. I think we're all tired, so I can make a suggestion. A lot of research has been done. It's Italy is an important market for us. We do a lot of business. I know you don't like your mother, but you could at least make an effort. No, make an effort. Then we need to have this room painted by lunchtime, so we should make a start. I don't mind if we go by train or by bus. It makes no difference to me. Could you do me a favor? All right. Then we have more expressions here. Match the lines A and B and underline the expression with make and do. Yeah. For example, number 1, it says restaurants reviews can do a lot of damage. Yes, can do a lot of damage. It's with letter F. They can make or break the business. Yeah, make or break the business. That's letter F. Number 1, letter F. We'll never make the airport in time. The expression is make in time or make on time. With which one? A, B, C, D, or G? Hello?
Letter E.
Letter Z. It really made my day. Not
No,
really,
letter
yes.
E.
It really made
Letter E.
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 Okay, letter E. Yes, indeed. Letter E, it says we are doing about 10 miles an hour in this traffic. Yes. What do you do for living? The expression is do for a living. So what?
Letter B.
Letter B.
I'm in PR. I do interviews and make speeches. Yeah, I do interviews and make speeches. Not sure about PR, but there has to be something. Let me just Google it. PR acronym. It's public relations. Ah, yeah, that's why PR. Public relations. No. Next part, it says we'll have to do more overtime.
Energy.
G. Yes. Well, that's it. I'm going to resign. Yeah, resign. I'm going to quit. No. It is when you work more, do overtime, not work extra hours. Can we make the cake with this plain flour?
Letter C.
C.
Yes. Letter C. It is. Yeah, that'll do it fine. Make food, not make food. Next one, it says, I hear you've done Spanish course.
Letter A.
Letter A, yes, I can just about make myself understood. Yes, we have more expressions. Done, occurs, do occurs, and make understood. Make myself understood. Yeah, that happens to be in French class. At least. And finally, so the boss said, you've done a great job.
Letter B.
Letter D, yeah, it really made my day. Done a great job, do a great job. That is the expression, no? So as you can see, we have lots and lots of more expressions. All right, so what about the phrasal verbs? Ah, our pain in the head. A pain in the head, obviously. Replace, yeah. Why is a pain in the head? Because sometimes we forget. We tend to forget the phrasal verbs, guys. So one advice that I give you in order not to forget is to practice them. Sometimes memorize them in a way. So the more you use them, the easier it'll be for you to learn them. Yeah, the easier. So more practice is the key. No, instead of saying a normal sentence, then try to use phrasal verbs. No, when you are speaking, when you are writing, something that helps you a lot. No, and look up the meaning. Look up the meaning in a dictionary, English dictionary, because you have to start forgetting about translation now that we are almost in the last course. Yes, we need to leave that habit behind. Just put it in a standby instead of translating. Is much better looking up a word with in English dictionary. Yeah, for nowadays it's so there are a lot of options nowadays. I remember when I was learning English long time ago, like I don't know, 15 years ago or more, we didn't have this kind of technology. Yeah, it was old-fashioned way. Do you know what is the old-fashioned way? Literally a book, yes, a physical book, and then you have to turn the pages on your own. Literal, no digital stuff, no digital stuff. So it's very convenient because you can have lots of apps which doesn't require uh, much memory on your phone, or you just Google it, but not just translating. You have to look for uh, trustworthy websites like Oxford, Macmillan, Longman, Cambridge Dictionary. Yeah, so those are the options you can do instead of just translate. Okay, I have to. That's how sometimes it's lazy and easy, but you'll have a regret later. Yeah, you'll regret later because you will forget the word, no? And that's not the purpose for phrasal verbs. So the more you use them, the much better it would be for you. Mhm. So replace the phrases in italics phrasal verbs, and sometimes the context, no, the context tell us. Yeah, sometimes that is about guessing. Yeah, in my case, I don't have to know everything the phrasal verbs. So we have make something up, make up for something, make of somebody, make of with something. Yeah. So it says replace the phrases in italics with a phrasal verb with make. Yeah, we have here thieves broke into a gallery and stole 3 priceless paintings. Yeah, and also careful about the tense. You have to change. This is past stole. So what is the past of make?
Made.
Right.
Made, of course. No, made, of course. So you have to choose a non-prepared. It's about guessing. Yeah, you don't have to know everything. So you just guessed. Then we have the second one. Not Natha, can you read the second one? Only we're going to read. We don't have to
Yes.
answer.
Jake's parents are always buying him toys. They trying to compensate for not spending enough time with him.
Thank you very much. Next one, Gemina,
Yes, teacher.
can you
Jake's
read it?
parents are always buying him toys. They are trying to compensate for not spending enough time with him.
Three, three. Can you read number 3?
Me? No. Him?
Yes. You had a mistake because 3.
What do you think of Carl's new boyfriend? I quite like him.
Thanks. Next, Balbi, can you read it? I don't.
I
The
don't
last
know
one,
his story. I think he invited the whole team.
the whole thing, the whole thing. So here it is in past, it is in present, in infinitive form. Mhm. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes to do this exercise. 2 minutes to do this exercise. In the next part, do the same with the phrasal verbs. Yeah, the next part is with do. Okay. The first one, it says, I am thirsty. I really fancy a cup of tea. Then we have do away, do without something, could do with something, do something up. I'm thirsty and I really fancy, I really like. Another way to say like fancy. Yeah, and fancy also it's used for people. I fancy her, that girl. I fancy that girl. Number 2, Monse, can you read it? We've bought.
We bought an old farmer house. We're going to renovate it.
Number 3, Rafael. Rafa, 3.
Um, we bought an old famous farmhouse. We are going.
3.
Oh,
3.
we
Number
should
3.
abolish the royal family. They are a waste of money.
There are ways of money. Andres, number 4. The last one.
I could never manage without my personal assistant. She organizes everything for me.
Yes. Then we have here picture, photo. This isn't this just isn't doing it for me. Could we go back to using a crystal ball? Oh, yeah. So she's giving a speech and she's got a laptop. Probably she's using Google. It's like a Fortuner. It's called Fortuner, a person who reads your future. Okay, so try to match the phrasal verbs in the phrases, not replace them. You have 2 minutes and then we check, yeah, now listening. 2 minutes to do this exercise. First part, yeah, let's do the first part. Listen carefully.
2.7. Phrasal verbs with make. 1,
Thieves broke into the gallery and made off with 3 priceless paintings.
2,
Jake's parents are always buying him toys. They're trying to make up for not spending enough time with him.
3,
What do you make of Carol's new boyfriend? I quite like him.
4,
I don't believe his story. I think he made the whole thing up.
Is that okay like that or one more time?
One more time, please, teacher.
One last time.
2.7. Phrasal verbs with make. 1,
Thieves broke into the gallery and made off with 3 priceless paintings.
2,
Jake's parents are always buying him toys. They're trying to make up for not spending enough time with him.
3,
What do you make of Carol's new boyfriend? I quite like him.
4,
I don't believe his story. I think he made the whole thing up.
Okay. Yeah, made of something that is stole, no? Made of with, it's stole. They're trying to make up for not spending. Make up for, it means compensate. Yeah. Kind of a bribe. Yeah, como sobornar. Yeah, some kind of a bribe, but in this case, like, yeah. We don't give you affection, but instead we make up for not spending. What do you make of? What do you make of Carol's boyfriend? I quite like him. Not make of. In that case, in this context, make of means think. And finally, I don't believe it. I think he invented it. Which is hello, which is
Made up.
made of, made up. Thank you very much. Okay, now we listen to do.
2.8. Phrasal verbs with
Phrasal verbs.
do.
Do phrasal.
1,
I'm thirsty. I could do with a cup of tea.
2,
We've bought an old farmhouse. We're going to do it up over the next few years.
3,
I think we should do away with the royal family. They're useless and expensive.
4,
I could never do without my personal assistant. She organises everything for me.
2.8. Phrasal verbs with do. 1,
I'm thirsty. I could do with a cup of tea.
2,
We've bought an old farmhouse. We're going to do it up over the next few years.
3,
I think we should do away with the royal family. They're useless and expensive.
4,
I could never do without my personal assistant. She organises everything for me.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I could do with. Yeah, I fancy. Could do with. It's same. If you are, I'm hungry, I could do with full English breakfast with chilaquiles, with something. I could do. It means fancy. We bought a farm. We're going to do it up over the next few years. Yeah, cool. Do up. What does do up mean? It means renovate. Yeah, do up, renovate. I think we should do away with the royal family. Yeah, get rid of. No, another way to say that, get rid of. They are useless and expensive, especially the queen, Elizabeth II. She's immortal, no? She's a vampire. And finally, 4, I could never do without my personal. It means that you manage without, or you can't live with that person. No? All right. So don't forget the expression, guys. Yeah, could do away, fancy, do up, renovate, do away with, get rid of, do without, you can't live without. Yeah, you can't live without, or you manage without. And then we have the make, which is made of with 3, made of steel. Yeah, make of for compensate. Yeah, compensate. Make of, think. What do you make of Carol's new boyfriend? What do you make of the new COVID variants here that are spread in Mexico? I think he made the whole thing up. That means invent. Oh my God, sorry. I got just close that. My bad. All right. So with this, we finish the unit. I don't think it's really necessary to do this because it's about describing and talking about places. If we do have time in next class, we will be checking that. Yeah, if we do have time. In the meantime, we're going to start with this unit 3, the kindness of strangers. The kindness of strangers. Language is about narrative tenses. Our last unit is about past tenses, not talking about books and films, vocabulary, reading. It's a book for a bedtime, yeah, an interview with BBC journalists that they're listening, writing a narrative, yeah, and everyday English, showing interest and surprise. Yeah, look at this girl. It says, what does it say? Her sign. What does she say?
Free hugs.
Free hugs. These kind of actions, they got their name. Sometimes you can watch that kind of actions. You can see it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. What kind of those are? They are social. You forgot the word, social experiments, no? What is the purpose of social experiments? Don't tell me you haven't seen any Badaboom or any social experiment with your favorite YouTuber. Everybody does, everybody watches. Can you say that again?
To be how do you say empathize people?
And empathize, yeah, and to give empathy. What else? To give empathy. What else? Or to show empathy. Besides that, to see people's reaction, no? To see people's reaction. So, for example, where do you think the girl is in the photo? Why is she offering free hugs? Would you accept that? Would you accept one? Would you give her a hug? Would you hug her? Or you wouldn't do anything?
Right now, no, because COVID.
Well, now no, because of course she isn't wearing a mask here, right? Yes, so we need to draw a mask here. Okay, now she's got her mask. So would you give her a hug?
Probably.
Probably. And I have to withdraw some mask here. Now she's got her mask. Read the code. Why is it particular to her to imagine today's world? How can we create kinder is the chocolate. I'm thinking about food. Sorry, I need some sugar maybe. Kinder, it comes from the word kind. Yeah, just imagine how different the world would be if we all spoke to everyone with respect and kindness. Could you imagine that, guys? Are you kind? Do you show kindness? Do you respect? Are you respectful with others?
Yes.
All time, no? Depending on the situation. We cannot say that all the time. No? Depending on the context, depending on the situation, we are respectful, but the purpose of being kind is you show respect and and deal with people, not deal with people. Let's watch the introduction part here. If the some cuts.
Welcome to Unit 3. This unit demonstrates what people do to show kindness to others and how we can all make a difference to someone by helping, even if we don't know them. Listen to some people talking about showing kindness to strangers and the difference people can make.
I think it's not knowing what's going to happen. You don't know that person, you don't know what their reaction might be, you don't know if something that you do might offend them or upset them or if they want to be left alone.
They don't always help because of safety, for safety reasons maybe. I just approached a young woman over here because her skirt had ridden up, so I was a stranger, went up to her, I said, "Excuse me love, you need to..." So she didn't know who I was. I came from behind because I was trying to, and it's not easy, and it depends on the context, it depends on the situation when you extend that kindness, but it seems to be harder as we become isolated in communities for basic neighbourly kindness to take place, we found, yeah.
You know what, I think that's quite a cultural question because some cultures are very welcoming to people they don't know, others not so much. I'd say in London, yeah, it's pretty good. You can ask someone for like directions. It's a big city and there's so many different people here that you can't imagine everyone knows everything about the city. So yeah, here I guess you can be quite friendly to people you don't know as long as I guess you feel comfortable.
I think it's very easy. It can be as simple as like making eye contact with somebody and just giving them a smile or like a little wave or something like that. Just passing on some kindness.
Everybody's a stranger in some place in the world when they're visiting, so it's very important.
I think it's very easy to be kind to strangers, but I don't think we do it often enough. I think it's a lot easier just to be nice to people, and then you get that back as well, and just be nice to everybody.
I'm from a culture where it's called manaaki. Care is actually a principle, so helping strangers in need is actually a principle of how we're raised. So there are lots of examples where I've been taken care of, or we've stopped to help a family in need. Car's broken down, it's late at night, taking the kids out, taking them to a home, getting them dressed and sent on their way, or getting money for a bus, and those things are just basic principles of living in a community.
I did see someone's earring fall out in the street, and it looked like quite a sort of precious thing, so I had to run quite a long way after them when I had a sore knee, and to reunite them with this earring. But